is Jodie Briley and I founded Pregnant Then Screwed, which is the campaign to end the motherhood penalty.
I'm Sarah Ronan. I'm the Operations Manager at Pregnant Then Screwed. I joined the team to make sure our voice was elevated. I help to bring together thousands of women every year at our live events and festivals. I work across our campaigns and manage our support services, which provide advice to thousands of women.
I am Celia Venables and I'm on the comms team at Pregnant Then Screwed. If you read about us in the news or if you hear our story, that's something I've organised.
I'm Gabrielle Nash. I'm a journalist. I worked for ITV News for 12 years. I joined the Pregnant Then Screwed team to take a stand against discrimination.
I am Asil Haddad. I'm in the comms team too. I believe that men and women are equal. We're equally as ambitious, equally as smart, and equally as dynamic.
I set up Pregnant Then Screwed in 2015, so 5 years ago now, because when I was 4 months pregnant with my first child, I was sacked by my employer the day after I informed them that I was expecting. My employer was a children's charity. Since we've set up Pregnant Then Screwed, we now have a following of 70,000 people across different social media platforms, and it's a fully functioning charity, which is amazing, with around 42 volunteers, 2 paid members of staff, and we spend our time lobbying the government for changes, and we support women who are experiencing pregnancy and maternity discrimination, as well as talking to businesses and doing events for pregnant women. I truly believe we've made a real difference to this issue. We've supported thousands and thousands and thousands of women going through really traumatic experiences.
I took a stand to make sure that somebody's access to work isn't limited by their choice to have a child.
I took a stand because I was fed up of friends and friends of friends being mistreated in the workplace for simply being a mum. It happened to me personally as well, and for me that was when it was just time to join the fight with it.
I wanted to take a stand because I felt that so many women were being wrongly discriminated against just for having children.
I've taken a stand because I have been held back for being a woman and now a mum. And I never want to see that happen to my daughter.
One of my proudest moments was when I organised March of the Mummies, which was a protest march to demand 5 changes to legislation to ensure women have equality with men when it comes to the workplace. And we did it in 6 cities across the UK simultaneously, with attendance of around 2,000 women and parents who all dressed up as the Walking Dead because it was Halloween, so like mummies, and marched through the streets to demand recognition, respect and change.
So I'm here today supporting the March of the Mummies for Pregnant and Screwed because I have seen case after case of women in work who have had to leave their jobs, who felt that they could no longer go back to work because the policies at the moment simply don't allow for them to properly have their rights heard, especially tribunal charges and other issues brought in the last 7 years have made it incredibly difficult for parents to receive their rights at work. We all just want to raise our kids, go to work, pay our bills, pay the rent, and we've got to make sure that the policies of our nation match up to the expectations of the people.
The proudest moment so far is seeing our research on the front page of the Guardian newspaper.
My proudest moment has been supporting journalists, fellow journalists like myself, to tell the stories of these women facing discrimination and raise awareness for our work.
My proudest moment is probably when we convinced 12 influential women to gag themselves in a 12-hour protest, all about the misuse of NDAs, because women are silenced week in, week out, because of mistreatment of their management, of people in the company, and then it's covered up with NDAs.
My proudest moment has been in the last few weeks. I've been working closely with an MP, and together we have changed the landscape for pregnant women. Hospitals are now changing their policies to make sure that no woman gives birth alone unless she wants to.
Pregnancy can be one of the most surprising, exciting, but also traumatic experiences of a woman's life. That's why this week I launched a campaign with the Mail on Sunday calling for all NHS trusts to ensure that partners support pregnant women at all scans and all stages of labour. So please can my right honourable friend confirm that women across this country have the government support and that he will push NHS trusts to stand by pregnant women?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, 100%. I strongly support my honourable friend. We did put out the extra guidance last week. It's been a pleasure to work with her on the campaign to make sure that all hospitals can follow that guidance and make sure that partners can be there throughout each stage of pregnancy in a COVID secure way, and that people can get the support that they need.
If I can take a stand, you can.
If I
If
can,
I can,
you can.
you can.
If
If I
can,
can, you can.
you can.